is Wednesday. It's probably Mr. Video Man. Not a typical Wednesday for me today, but I don't think there's anything typical about any of my days. I'm learning I'm more and more atypical than typical. Hey, whoever that is on Facebook as an anonymous user, you are not a subscriber to Haps, which I would love for you to be a subscriber to Haps. Peace to the Haps family. Peace to YouTube, Facebook, anybody that's going to check this out. I love you just the same. I just don't know who you are. I just want to know your name. I'm actually at the laundromat right now. I don't come to the laundromat often. I don't have a need to. But I'm here now. And I have been discouraged since I've been here. Hey, how you doing? Another Facebook anonymous user. What up, Shanon? What's going on? What's going on? I don't know who you are because you are anonymous on this platform, but I appreciate the love. I appreciate you both coming in. And I'm a little perplexed. I am a little perplexed because I've watched grown men talk about video games. I mean, I'm talking about profusely. They weren't just like they weren't to say, you know, you still playing that this? No, they were like literally, they were talking about gambling, I guess. Conversation had gone on so long, and I was like, these two grown men are talking about video games for a long time. And I know that video games have become a way of some people to make money or lose money. So I was in the laundromat, so I had to listen because they were having a conversation publicly. And I don't look at anybody's personal situation and try to play it into what I'm dealing with, you know, because I'm in there because our washing machine wouldn't take this weighted blanket. I had got this weighted blanket, I believe, for Christmas or maybe even Father's Day, and Kai tossed her cookies in it, so you know we couldn't put it in the house washing machine, even though it's a really big washing machine and it doesn't have that middle thing in it, and you know we just felt like it was a little bit too much for one of these, so we're gonna fuck a washing machine up. Let's take it to the laundromat. So you know, no big deal. So I brought it to the laundromat. You know, I would have normally been here, and I wouldn't have normally been perplexed at this part of the day. Or I could have been perplexed about something else, but this perplexed me. To watch these two grown men talk about video games, literally, they talked about it. One was putting his clothes in. I put my blanket in and then left, and ended up probably leaving it for about 25 minutes, and then came back to put it in the dryer. When I left, they had been talking about the video game, and they were still talking about the video game. Peace and love, Missy B. What's up, Free? They were still talking about the video game, and they talked about the video game until each one of them got in their respective vehicles and drove out of here. Through the course, the conversation changed because a couple other people came into the laundromat. I take it a lot of people don't have washing machine and dryers anymore because I didn't realize that this many people still go to the laundromat the way they do. I mean, I used to go to the one laundromat when it was like a special thing, you know, like, you know, Wednesdays, whatever. When our washing machine was down, we got it, you know, we figured it out. But I haven't like been without a washing machine for years. So I didn't really understand, you know, you go in there, you take care of your business, you leave. I didn't realize that you stand over other grown men folding your drawers and shit, talking about video games until it's just time for both of y'all to go home. I didn't get that. You know, I wouldn't say it's hot. Actually, it's not. Actually, this is actually one of the cooler days. It's like mid-70s. I mean, do I look like hot? Do I look sweaty and shit? Do I look greasy? It's actually not that hot. I don't have the AC on because I'm in there smoking. So I don't know if I look greasy. I don't look shiny, do I? But they got to talking about gambling and they were talking about video games. And I'm thinking to myself, you motherfuckers make money playing video games and you make money doing your gambling. And yet you at a laundromat washing your clothes. Now, I'm not shitting on anybody that has to wash their clothes at a laundromat because a laundromat is a viable source in the community. Everybody doesn't have a washing machine and dryer at their facility. I get it. But we talking about motherfuckers talking about spending hundreds of dollars on video game systems, betting hundreds of dollars on video games, but they washing their clothes in the laundromat. I'm just trying to figure out how it makes sense. I'm trying to figure out how it all makes sense. I got some village updates for you. Thanks for throwing that villager up there. Sometimes I forget I'm a villager, Free. You know, sometimes I just think, you know, I'm just out here sometimes. But I got some updates. I had actually reached out and made contact with Tiffany a couple of days ago. Miss Tiffany Peters with her kids in Westland who were chased by the race soldiers. You know, had them out there hollering nigger and go home nigger and get out of here nigger and nigger lover to their Caucasian friends. She says they're doing good and they are waiting for the next go round of court dates, which is in August, but they are doing good. I literally drove by to see Arnold and Kobe. They were gone. I talked to the neighbor, not the neighbor that shot him because he's in jail. But I talked to the neighbor on the other side because they've seen me pull up a couple of times, so they know who I am. And we kicked it for a quick minute, and they told me everything was good. Family have been doing good, you know, just doing what they need to do. So that was a good situation. And I think I gave an update on Miss Mary yesterday. Miss Mary, they water got turned back on right after we talked to her that night. The next day, their water was back on. So they went 2 days. We went 48 hours without any water in the village. They went 48 hours. But what kickstarted it was getting on here, running my mouth with Miss Mary, and Channel 4 ended up calling her specifically. Called her, came out, did some investigating on the premises, and the water got cut back on. So I know a lot of motherfuckers out here don't be believing that we actually do shit really in the community. We just get on the internet and do shit. And I know there's a lot of motherfuckers who that's all they do. They just get on the internet and talk shit. But no, we really do some shit out here. We take care of our families out here. If we know you in the lurch, we coming to get your ass. We coming to get, I don't know how anybody does anything else across the country. I don't know how anybody does anything else in Washington County. I see motherfuckers making live videos talking about they doing shit, but then you go by and they ain't did shit. We doing this and we working on this and we cleaning this up and we doing this. And you go by and look just like it normally looks. I'm looking for results, not Facebook live views. So, speaking of just lunacy, because that is lunacy to me. Yeah, we out here, man. We out here doing all this shit, man. We out here doing all this shit. And the next day you go by that motherfucker, it looks just like it looked when they were just doing that shit. What y'all do? Y'all just move trash from one part of the park to the next part? What y'all do? Maybe y'all need to hang out in the park after dark and see who's dropping all these bottles and wrappers and shit and get them fucked up in the game. I'm not telling anybody perpetuate violence on anybody. I'm just saying if they need to get fucked up in the game, then they need to get fucked up in the game. You don't let nobody come violate y'all village. I got a park right across the street from my house. If I saw motherfuckers throwing wrappers and bottles and shit down at the park right across the street from my house, you don't think I'd walk outside my motherfucking house and pick that shit up? Pick that shit up or I'm calling the rollers right now. I already got your license plates, bitches. So if you don't want to pick it up, I'll just run your plates to Pittsfield. I don't give a fuck. You not gonna fuck my village up. But you motherfuckers out here rather make a video about how much you did and what you doing, and the results are zero, because less than 24 hours later, the motherfucker's back the way it looked. Clown ass niggas. Stop doing shit for views. Do it for the village. God damn it. But yeah, these motherfuckers in here talking about gambling and talking about all kind of shit. I'm thinking to myself, you washing your motherfucking clothes at the laundromat. You got all these extravagant game systems. Y'all talk about talking to motherfuckers, and you got your headphones, and but you at the laundromat, dog. You at the fucking laundromat, dog. I understand people in townhomes that don't have basements and they don't have washrooms, so they come to the laundromat. I understand people at apartments that don't have laundry facilities that are suitable for them, so they come to the laundromat. I understand that. I understand somebody washing machine or dryer breaking, so you just come do your shit at the laundromat. I've been there. I understand that. But I can't understand two grown-ass motherfuckers talking at least almost an hour and a half about video games, folding their drawers with each other at the laundromat, talking about betting and shit, talking about making some real money. You talking about, wait, what you doing with the real money? You're not buying a washing machine and dryer with it. So why are we talking about this? They didn't even have nice vehicles. Not that that's really mean anything, because you have a motherfucker have a brand new Hellcat and he live with his mama. Motherfucker have a fucking Dodge Charger Hemi and live with his mama. Won't even take his mama to the grocery store. You can take her there super quick, super fast. Nah. I'm just gonna live with my mama and be fly. I'm gonna be a fly ass motherfucker with my mama and a brand new car. And a brand new car. I mean, on the ground, I see why we fucked up out here. I saw a sister, and I believe she was African. I believe she was African. She had the two things, they look like the grocery carts and shit, and you put the clothes in them, baskets, I guess they call. She pushing one and pulling one. Ain't nothing wrong with that if you by yourself. But she had a little motherfucker that was about as big as me, 14, 15. He ain't carrying shit. She's trying to navigate two baskets, leaving up out the spot. And I just looked at her and looked at him, and I looked at her and looked at him. I figured he'd get the message. Like, damn, dog, grab one of them baskets. I wanted to say something. But see, I got Red saying something to an African. I'm going to call it. I got Red saying something to an African sister one day. I'm going to call her my sister. Because she dark. But she really ain't my sister. Not after what, this my son. This my son. Okay. Let that little lazy motherfucker keep doing what he doing. He gonna get out here and get fucked up by somebody that's not your son. So I didn't say nothing to her. But I saw how she gonna pull and push them goddamn carts up out the building. He ain't doing shit. He didn't even go jump on the rug so the goddamn sliding door could open for her. She had to do all that herself. How the fuck y'all raising these bum-ass kids out here like this? I said something to her sister before, looked just like her, had the head wrap on and all that. She had the African garb and shit on. I said something, so, you know how they think of us? They think we are cotters. They think we wild animals out here. So I didn't say nothing to her. Now, if I knew that she was a native Black American, I'd have said something to her. I'd have said, excuse me, sister, hold up for a second. Man, get one of them cards. But when I see she's all ethniced up, see, she probably one of them people that hates America, but she in America. She one of them people that hates black Americans, but she lives with black Americans. So I ain't gonna say nothing to her. They try to come over here and indoctrinate their bullshit over here. Now you ran from where the fuck you was. You had a basket on your head, no shoes on your feet. And here you come over here in the land of milk and honey. You want to shun me? Nah. You go ahead and push and pull that motherfucking cart. That could have been her sister. I don't know who the fuck that was. It's all good, though. I don't feel no kind of way about it. I don't feel no kind of way about it. I just see that we fucked up from the ground up. We don't need to talk about the systemic bullshit that we got to go through. We know why we fucked up there. But that's not what this is about. This is about us. Ours. If we can't get it right on this level, how are we gonna push as a collective for reparations? How are we gonna push as a collective for repair? I see a lot of bullshit amongst us. There's a lot of bullshit in our midst. Y'all done fucked around and let me get a good night's sleep. I don't even think I slept that long. But Ray said when she woke me up, I was talking gibberish. She said she couldn't even understand what I was saying. I was so fucking out of it. I was awake, but I wasn't awake. I was awake, but I wasn't coherent, let's say. And when I get like that, that means the world is just taking me down. She was trying to wake me up, wake me up, wake me up. Wouldn't work. Wouldn't work. I was out of it. Now I done got a full night's sleep. Got a little sniffle still, but my voice is back. And once the sniffle gone, y'all motherfuckers gonna get it. Oh, you gonna get it. God damn it. So between the two grown-ass video game playing, drawers folding in front of each other motherfuckers, then you got the African sister with the boy with nothing in his hands, her hands loaded. And see, I know that comes from some inherent spirits. You know, African sisters do all that shit, carrying the baskets on their head, one up under their arm, babies strapped across them. I know they used to doing all that shit. But baby, this America. And that's a big ass boy. Teach his ass something. His ass needs to learn something. So between them two motherfuckers, I got something for the sisters too. I got something for the sisters too. So there's a chicken joint not too far from the laundromat. When I say not too far, I'm talking 30 motherfucking feet. 30 motherfucking feet from that laundromat. You can wash your drawers and get you some wangs in the same spot. Not exactly the same spot, but you know what I mean. These two young ladies, I'm gonna be respectful right now. These two young ladies, Free, find out who all these anonymous users are. We want to acknowledge them. They deep in the chat. I can't skip away right now. Good call, OG, but no, I'm on Washington. I ain't over on the deep west side no more. I'm on the east side now, so I'm down this way. Okay? I'm down this way. I'm down Washington near Gulf side. So, I see them. They eating their food. They backed up to the chicken joint, but they looking at the laundromat. I see them and they're doing their thing, you know, bam, bam, bam. That was like 2 spaces over, so I could see the whole car all the way to the ground. How How's the signal been? Has the signal been good? Because this is a foreign place for me, so I don't know if the signal's been good. Because this going to probably be the last thing. Hold on a second. Yeah, this going to have to be the last thing I talk about on this one. Because I'm going to have to go check the blanket and make sure that it's getting dry, or I got to throw a couple more coins in there. So, two sisters sitting in a little car, little compact SUV, Equinox, something like that. Wasn't paying attention to what kind of vehicle it was. And then all of a sudden, the window rolled down on the driver's side. And then I saw a projectile come out of the passenger side. So you understand me? They backed in, I'm backed in. I'm looking over like this out of my passenger window. And I saw the projectile go up out the passenger side's window. Then I see a projectile come up out the driver's side window. And when I say projectile, Brother Nick, Brother Chris, hey, I need your skills, Brother Chris. I need your skills with your drill. We got some things to put up on the wall. If you still got my number, let me know. Appreciate it. See? God damn it, I know when motherfuckers listening. I know when motherfuckers listening. You know goddamn well it was chicken bones, dog. Coming up out the motherfucking car. Now they backed into the joint. They facing the laundromat. They must have got them some chicken after they went and put their clothes in. So now they throwing chicken bones up out the fucking car. I don't know why I can't say car. I'm like damn near with car and like all the way to Ice Cube from Boys in the Hood. Core. Core. Like saying car like core. I don't know why I keep saying that. I know how to say car. Better get away from my core. Chicken bones. Chicken bones. Out the motherfucking ride. Chicken bones. Two young ladies. Now, here's the thing. I gotta watch this video. There's something that said, because I don't know none of this shit out here. I'm old and shit. But I guess there's something called modern women. I need to know what a modern woman is. So I'm gonna watch this video that I saw on YouTube talking about modern women say they deserve more. Something. I gotta watch what a modern woman is. A modern woman's ghetto? Oh shit. Maybe I don't want to watch. Maybe I don't want to watch the video. So they throwing them goddamn chicken bones out, man. I was embarrassed for the collective. I ain't gonna lie. I was embarrassed for the collective. And I'm kind of hamstrung because, you really can't say nothing to young ladies out here the way you could say it before. They're not as receptive. And personally, I would rather not have to talk to them. I want to talk to your daddy. I want to talk to your daddy. Because see, they was young enough to be my daughters. Probably maybe max 30. They was young though. And to see them have such little respect for their village, for this property, for these properties. They're doing business over here. They just did business over there, and they're now littering on the property that they just did business in. in their village to have that little respect. Chicken wing heads. To have that little respect. And just to let y'all know, if you're looking at YouTube and you're looking at Facebook, when I be reacting to a lot of these comments, that shit's on Haps Space. Haps is where the chat room is. So he just let you know, Haps is where the chat room is. So when I say shit and it sounds out of pocket, it's probably because I'm reading something from the chat. That's why it behooves you to get over into the chat space of the Haps Space. Facebook will keep you going too, because I'm responding to some Facebook comments, but most of the commentary is coming through the Haps Space. So people that comment on YouTube and Facebook come to the Haps Space. Just letting you know. So they throwing them goddamn chicken wings out. And I was like, shit. I mean, do you not see? Like, I'm sitting here. There's other people walking in and out. You don't care that you just throwing chicken wings up out your joint? Like, you don't have any respect at all. And it's just so difficult to talk to young women now because they have that little respect for themselves. They have a lot less respect for men or who they think is a man. Because usually who they think is a man is really not a man. That's the crazy thing. They done got it all twisted. They don't know the difference between a male and a man. They know a lot of males, but they know very few men. And the men that have tried to help them, they've shunned them. So they just out here throwing chicken wings in the motherfucking parking lot. Just saying. Just saying. But I see why we out here losing. Peace to Sister Shanon for sharing the video on Facebook. She always keeps me popping on Facebook. I know I'm talking about some shit because if I ain't talking about no shit, Sister Shanon ain't gonna share it. She be sharing some clown shit sometimes just to be making us laugh, but for the most part, she shares what's right and real. And I appreciate to be a part of that collective. They said Byron Allen just bought some more shit. He bought an affiliate in Michigan. Time to talk to Byron Allen. Byron Allen, content creation in Michigan is up. You need to talk to the Friedman Media talents out here. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, he just bought WJRT. I believe it's on the west side of the state. I remember about hearing about WJRT when I was in radio, and I would get on MAB looking at jobs and stuff. But I believe they're on the other side of the state. Yes. Television station. Yep. Boy, this shit, some shit going on in Ann Arbor right now, too. The city administrator is a bigot, a xenophobe, he's sexist, he's chauvinistic, he all that negative shit. He all that negative shit. And been there 20 years. I wish I could just bring that up on the screen when I do that 1 minute. Been there 20 years. He's taken over, but he's got to take over with black consciousness. Byron is a businessman. I can't hold black consciousness to Byron. We need the people, the powers that be, to get with Byron and be like, look, just because you own it don't mean it's black media. It's black-owned media, but if you ain't perpetuating black media, then fuck it. What you doing? Because Byron's a businessman, and he's only one black talent. He's got to go find that other black talent. Jack 3D, what's good with you? Used to be laws against one person owning a radio and television station at the same time. Really? They didn't want a monopoly? Now they let motherfuckers own a whole goddamn circuit. Used to be a law against owning the same. Wow. We don't want you to have a monopoly on this goddamn broadcasting thing. So you either got to pick radio or TV. I would have picked TV. And I would have just had a motherfucker do his broadcast, his radio broadcast from inside my TV shit. And just broadcast everything that we did on the radio and cross-sell it that way. You know, it's about the advertising. You cross-sell it to the advertisers and be like, look, we're going to get you on radio and TV. So you ain't got to own the motherfucking radio station, own the TV station, get the ad revenue, and have them broadcast from inside your facility. Yeah, I remember that. He was the only black man around there, too. He was the only black man around there doing that there, too. People didn't understand Byron's come up. Byron should have been Johnny Carson's replacement. Anonymous, he should have been Johnny Carson's replacement. But they wasn't going to let a black man take that over. He had just as much, if not more, charisma than Jay Leno. More relatable than David Letterman. And he already knew NBC like the back of his hand. ER nurse. So we going to talk about this 23rd thing? You keep dipping in here and dipping out and not getting that information.